All right, my lovers, my beautiful Leo lovers. I apologize for the lighting. I am aware I'm a little dark on the screen. I haven't been vibing with lights. I'm just using the natural light. So let me know if that's an issue. I'm doubting it will be, but anywho. Divine guidance and loving clarity. This is for Leo for the month of September 2023. Divine guidance and loving clarity for all my Leos, those who be resonating with the Leo vibratory. So there's definitely, it looks like there's some good news coming in that might not seem like good news in the first instance, but somehow it's elevating you. It's bringing you to a greater sense of balance, power, justice. It's sort of a growth spurt spiritually, materially. Yeah, and I feel like there's been a run of maybe like a series of unfortunate events, or getting a message that forces you to go back, and then you maybe thought you were going to have to walk away from something. And the Eight of Cups in the reverse supports this energy. So something that's been touch and go, or I'm going to move forward, but no, I'm not. And then I'm going to have to walk away, but no, I'm not. And there's something about, it's like holding your own here, holding firm, like to your power, your desires, your vision is coming through with the justice energy. There's a rebalancing here. And it's like I'm seeing the strength card, right? Even though it's not here, but the Emperor is here, and I'm feeling your energy coming through as the Emperor next to justice. So you standing your ground, being in your power, knowing your truth, right? Fully integrated, really. And then it's like this sort of whirlwind or tornado effect. There's energies around you swirling around. There's messages coming in that could be triggery. Or people, naysayers I'm hearing. So people that are like, oh, honey, I can't do that. Or who do you think you are for thinking you could move forward or be that person or do that thing? And you're like, okay, thanks. You know, thanks for that opinion or a bit of unsolicited advice that I didn't ask for, but cheers. I'm me and I'm going to do me. So you're really standing in your power, and this is bringing justice for you. This is bringing a sense of power, balance, integrity. Really good. Yeah, really. I just got like, ooh, shivers. There's an Ace of Cups coming in on the horizon. So I feel like this month could be a little lighter, right? Like you could be feeling, I sense this has come through for some of the signs. There's a transit, right? It's also beware of scams, beware of overspending, beware of, well, you know, the things that can potentially imbalance us. Simply that, because you're doing really well for people, energies, emotional attachments. You seem to be doing really well with sort of staying in your integrity and power, even with this other stuff going on within you, around you, etc. But you holding, it's like this sense of like, you know what, but this feels too good. It feels too good to be balanced. It feels too good to know my truth or know my power. And then eventually you just come into the sense of renewal. Ace of Cups to me is often like a rebirth, quite a dynamic shift in our, it's like we've finally filled up our cup enough, or we've finally filled up our cup enough to pour it out, and pouring it out from a place of balance, integrity, right? Power. I'm loving this actually, Leo. This is super juicy. There is this death card here at the bottom of the deck, which is telling me this is like, you know, you've been through it. You've been going through a transformational process. I feel like in this little space of time, you're focusing on these new beginnings, this renewal of energy, warranting some celebration. You might have a few opportunities to go out with friends, to go out with alliances. I'll get some and I just feel the Knight of Cups is saying, for now, you're not probably focused too much on romance specifically, right? Even though there's this renewal of love, whether you're partnered or not, to me, this is a simply reflective of energies that you're moving through, and you're focusing on your personal power, right? When there's new opportunities, or if there's like a bit of a win, not a huge windfall, but an upturn, a positive upturn, a new client, something positive happening in the Pentacle, woo, go and celebrate. And then the Knight of Cups in the reverse is saying that's the focus. You're not focusing on, being super romantic with your partner, or they're not focused on that with you. I feel like, again, if you're in a relationship, things are actually just pretty steady. There's just not maybe a huge involvement. However, again, this renewal, you're still in a dynamic shifting in your heart space with regard to integrating your personal power and then shining into the world. So, but the 10 of Cups, good card, really good card. I feel like for some of you, you've been through this sort of transformation that gives you a kind of insight, a spiritual insight. I'm hearing mind your step with the rabbit energy. For some reason, let's get clarity for that. Yeah, I am getting a sense of, and again, some of these messages coming through for this month are very, like repeatedly for quite a few of the signs so far. There is very much this energy of patience, presence. Don't make any quick decisions, a rabbit reverse. Like, don't necessarily right, if things are too good to be true, sit with it first. Like, don't jump into anything. The flowering energy next to silence is like the kind of a patience energy. Let it be still, let yourself reflect. I would dare say before any kind of decision, especially when it's regarding obviously your own heart and integrity, your energy, your attention, and certainly your money, right? I am really getting quite a strong sense of some, things going on in the collective that could really upset people's sense of balance, and or ripping the blindfold off around the true nature of certain aspects of the world, right? However, in this community, and for you guys, the Leos here at All to Love, there's divine right order taking place. So this is really affirmative for that central energy of holding the line, standing true in your power, right? Knowing and trusting your divine connection to reorder and or bring balance where it's needed, and endeavoring to not get too attached and or even too victimy. I'm hearing around things that you've had to release, or things you think you have to release, but you don't necessarily have to release them in the way that you think. So things are actually, again, there's going to be some opportunities to celebrate. There's going to be some opportunities to really reflect on, like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. Where do I pour my energy now? Where do I put my attention now? And again, definitely reflect, sit with, be discerning before jumping into anything, before rushing around, and certainly don't let other people do that to your energy. Again, there's something, I think it's Mars and Neptune, but there's some retrogrades. There's certain aspects astrologically that are highlighting the potential for deception. What's the word, like fraud and being scammed, basically. So just be mindful of that. but especially opportunities that are too good to be true. And that's where it's like this Ace of Pentacle, good card. Celebration, good card. Ace of Swords. Oh, look, there's an, oh yeah. 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 And I feel like you guys more than others are like really good about just going, yeah, I'm going to hang out with my friends. No, thanks. So even if somebody comes along for a date, it's like, I'm going to whisk you off. You're like, no, thanks. So you're not focusing too much on love and romance, which is good. And again, just don't make any rash decisions. If even you just want to focus on what you can do with the cup you have and how you would paint your world, how you would create the canvas of your life, right? Because there is some patience energy here. You guys are definitely on a like really positive trajectory. I've just pulled the 10 of Pentacles. It is in the reverse. For some of you, that could be an inheritance. You might be receiving or coming together with family for an inheritance. So there's potentially a passing, a sort of sadness or grieving within that energy. And yet everybody's coming together. 10 of Pentacles is ultimately a benevolent energy, right? A homestead, a community, everybody's together, you know, a garden, a big home, with the kind of grandfather energy, or almost like a godly, wizardly figure overseeing that collective of people. So for some of you, this is more specific, but it's like, don't worry, you're being watched over. Divine right order. And for some of you, there's a connection here too. There might be something about restoring yourself in a certain area of the world, or going to a place that feels like home to restore the temple. So this is physically like a brick and mortar space, but I often connect that to obviously the body and earth. So grounding and earthing, and for some of you, if you've been feeling a little exhausted, wiped out, you know, where your vital energy has been zapped, I feel like just taking maybe a retreat, or more just like that sacred solitude that's super restorative, but maybe whatever you feel for your personal body. And then home, Virgo season. So you might clean out the home, you might have a detox or a juice fast, or just simply kind of eat really yummy, nourishing food that you pick from the garden, and then you ground and you meditate outside, and you this is going to help you kind of reawaken a certain sense of sensuality, and then also support you through these energies that you're facing and also evolving, because it's all actually really positive. It just requires that groundedness, that discernment, that reflectivity before making decisions and or taking action. Overcommitting, also not, again, don't make any impulsive decisions. And Nihu, happy Virgo season. So much love for you, Leo. Let me know if that resonates with any of you. I adore being here, and feel free to share in the comments, like, subscribe, and all that